WIBTA, for not selling my house. Back in May 2020 I had family that decided to move halfway across the country, and needed to sell their house. My spouse and I bought it for what they owed, nothing more, nothing less. The price was mutually agreed upon by everyone involved. We purchased it fully and legally, going through a title company. Earlier this week my family members decided to move back into our state, and want to buy their house back. My spouse and I don't want to move and have done upgrades to the property. WIBTA for not selling the house back to them. Update, they tried offering us the loan amount plus $10,000. We told them it's not for sale, and don't foresee it going up for sale in at least the next decade. NTA, they sold the house to you. If they just wanted to offer you a place to stay until they came back, they could have rented it to you. You get to keep the house. If they knew they might want to move back, they shouldn't have sold it. NTA, you bought the house, it's yours now, that's the law. Of course, finances always get tricky when family's involved. There's always that feeling that you owe them more, etc. For instance, you didn't buy it for market value, a significant discount. They certainly wouldn't have done that for a stranger. Does that mean you have to pay them back that favor by giving up the house? No, but it just shows that transactions with family are complicated. Tread lightly. NTA, they can't expect you to move less than a year later because their plans changed. If they thought they would want it back, they should have rented it to you, or made it clear that if they moved back they would want it again. Don't feel bad for not letting them uproot all of your belonging at their fancy. NTA, you bought the house legally, fair and square. You now have no obligation to sell it because it's yours. They should have thought this through, and clearly didn't. Be polite, kind, but straightforward that you bought it as a long-term home and now live in it with that purpose. AITA for walking out on my birthday party because my mom plays the same video every year. I, F19, had a small birthday celebration. Though I didn't even want one to begin with, my mom ignored me and still planned one. So, I told her I won't mind as long as she doesn't play the video. My mom has this tradition, I suppose, where she plays a birthday video of us, her kids, and for my siblings it's a cute baby video of them. They get different baby videos of themselves every year. Imagine my sister's birthday and my mom plays a clip of her when she was 2 and she's dancing or doing something a toddler would do. But for me, it's the same video of my sister ruining my birthday party. In the video, she threw a tantrum because I got some makeup toy and she wanted it. Mind you, she's a year younger than me. This was my 11th birthday. She ruins my cake, gets on the floor and kicks her legs like she's 4. The video starts with me opening presents, ends with everyone calming my sister down. I can see how it could be funny when it's played once or twice, but it loses its humor after 7 years. When I ask my mom why she won't ever play a video of me as a baby, she uses the excuse of "but this one is funny." I straight up told her if she plays the video this year, I will walk out. She gave me her word and promised not to play it, and my boyfriend witnessed her saying it. So I arrived with my boyfriend. It was fine for the most part. Then my mom gathers everyone and plays the video. I grabbed my things and left without speaking a word. Now I'm getting shit for leaving. I'm getting called ungrateful and dramatic. Like, I see how I could be dramatic, but it always goes from my B-Day celebration to the discussion of how funny my sister behaved. And she brags about it as if it's something to be proud of. She'll say how it should be labeled our birthday because we get the same amount of screen time. It's 3 AM as I'm writing this because I'm still getting messages how I overreacted and I should have just dealt with it being played. My mom wants an apology. She said she worked hard and I shouldn't have walked out. I feel like an asshole now for walking out, and I want someone outside of my family to give me the judgment. So, AITA, there's a lot of comments about how my sister feels about the video. When I said, she brags about it as if it's something to be proud of. She'll say how it should be labeled our birthday because we get the same amount of screen time. I'm referring to my sister. She likes the video, she thinks it's funny. Her attitude is still the same, TBH, she still whines and throws fits till she gets her way. You, don't play the video, or I'll walk out. Okay, I won't, I give you my word. Plays the video. You, walks out. Shocked Pikachu face. LMFAO, exactly what did your mum expect? NTA. NTA, your mum needs to learn how to respect boundaries. Does she play an embarrassing video of herself on her own birthday? If not, tell her you are going to start doing it for her cause it's so funny. As for the people saying you're overreacting, tell them you said you didn't want a party to begin with and the one condition you set was not having this video playing. She played it and you stuck to your guns and left. If they think that's on you, they are childish. Hopefully next year you can have a nice quiet birthday. Op just needs to play the same video to show all of their mum's friends what a terrible parent she is for letting one kid this her other kid's party and throw a tantrum like a 4-year-old. NTA, you were clear about your wishes and made a very reasonable request regarding your birthday. She chose to disregard your wishes. Can only imagine how frustrating it must be to watch your birthday being ruined every year. NTA, are you me? My parents do the same thing to me almost habitually and there is nothing which frustrates me more. I'm a pretty mellow type of person and like to relax with just a few of my most loved people, my GF, sisters, parents etc. But every year my mum insists on having the full extended family about. It's like sensory overload on drugs honestly. On top of that they love to play this video of me dancing with some random non-blood related auntie's sister at her wedding from when I was like 6. Was perhaps funny the fist 10 times. I'm 26 now, and honestly I've resorted to just celebrating my birthdays me and my GF alone. My mum is the queen of the guilt trip and makes me feel rotten about it every year, but sometimes we have to be selfish you know. Ignore those messages, seems like people are way overreacting, and you know it's your birthday. You know the song, you can cry if you want to. AITA for telling my brother his problems are not my problem. I, 30F, have a brother, 33 meters, and we grew up close. Our relationship hit a low point when he started dating my former school bully. It wasn't so much that I don't think people can grow and change, but when he told me regardless of what had happened or what she was like he loved her and I had to deal with it and that was it. And I gave it a shot. I love my brother. Wanted to not cause any drama in the family, but she hadn't grown all that much. And then when I got engaged to my husband she made a big deal out of needing to be my maid of honor and it drove me crazy. She never apologized yet acted like she was entitled to the role and attempted to make our wedding about her. For example, telling me what flowers she wanted, calling my choices dumb, saying I needed a dress that would hide parts of my body, what food she wanted, what color dress she wanted, telling me I needed to let her plan XYZ and saying I wasn't allowed to have my best friend in the wedding party. I put my foot down and said she wasn't going to be my maid of honor and I told her she couldn't bully me to get what she wanted like she could when we were kids. She thought I was being really extreme and my brother told me I was a bitch for not leaving the past in the past. They ended up not coming to my wedding, he didn't invite me to theirs and we have been out of each other's lives ever since. I never met his kids and he never met mine. It broke our parents' hearts and it was hard at first. They struggled with their kids not having a relationship and they struggled with the family being very divided. Especially when grandkids came along. But they adjusted. When COVID hit it hit my brother and his family hard and the troubles just seemed to keep coming. He started a GoFundMe at some point and when that failed, and he exhausted all the help our parents could give he reached out to me. At first he said he wanted to make amends, but then the very next day of making amends he asked me for money and babysitting. Told him no. He said he and his wife were having a lot of financial problems and that I owed it to him and his family, that family should help each other when they have problems and he would do it for me. I told him that his problems were not my problems and whatever help he would have gotten from me ended when he let his wife treat me like crap and then called me a bitch for standing up for myself. Some of the extended family are now saying I'm an R and I should help my brother no matter what issues we have between us, etc., etc. Part of me wonders if I should help. The other part of me is saying he doesn't deserve anything from me. AITA? NTA, apologies happen before amends are made. And apologies don't count for shit if they don't come until the offender needs something. NTA, he only wants to use you! NTA, if his wife truly had changed, she wouldn't be a bully again, and wouldn't try to make your life event hers. And it's always easy to claim that you are family when it's convenient to them, but not make an effort for others. If he wasn't a big part of your life until now, he certainly doesn't have to be after. Life goes on without them and their pressure. You don't need the stress. You can't leave the past in the past when it continues to be your present and foreseeable future. NTA. If other family members feel so strongly that family helps each other, then they should offer their money and time, not yours.